put her on the mount. And I'm live. All right, let me pull it up on my iPad so I can read the comments while we're waiting on people to chime in. It's a little bit of a delay. Let's kill that volume because that could be annoying. All right, and let's see, how do I turn on live chat? Um, okay, what's up, Paul? Let's see, how the heck do I turn chat on this iPad? Um, all right, there we go. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me turn this fan off. I know I'm a little early, guys. I'll tell you guys the story while we're waiting on a few more people to chime in. But first, can everybody hear me loud and clear? Like, hear me very, very well? What's up, Yukon? How are you, brother? I'm good, R-Mac. Love's in Baxter, Tennessee. Man, I wish I was in Tennessee. I'm like the reason I went live early and the reason I'm going to be stopping the live like sooner than normal is I've got 275 hub miles, right? And I started early this morning. Heck, I think I've been hooked up to like 4 or 5 trailers today. The longest one was finishing my load I delivered to Lowe's this morning, and it was insanely busy. There were so many trucks in there and all kind of stuff all over the way. It took me an hour to do a double drop and hook, and I'm usually like a 20-minute kind of guy on double drop and hooks. So I've got 2 hours and 42 minutes left on my 14-hour clock. I'm right at the Georgia line. I've been in South Carolina all day long until just a minute ago, and I'm at the Welcome Center. Headed to Columbia, Tennessee. Not going to make it there tonight, but I do want to try to. I don't know. I hadn't mapped it out yet, but I would like to get to Dalton, Georgia, get the heck out of Atlanta. But last week, John and I did like a trucker must-have video. I thought the content was really good. You guys probably didn't make it to the end of it because the audio was absolutely horrible. Y'all can hear that little thump, right? This should be my microphone, and I'm sitting still. But I got to thinking about it, and there was a couple of things I left off. I wanted to go into a little more detail, and I narrowed it down to a top 10 trucking must-haves for the modern day trucker. Now, if this video gets over 10,000 views, I commit to all of you guys, I will sit down and do a planned edited video that'll be super badass, that'll have graphics going up and top 10 David Letterman style. It'll be cool if this live stream does 10,000 views, okay? All right, we got 41 people in. I'm getting ready to get started. And I know I hadn't said anything like magnificent yet, so I probably don't deserve a thumbs up. But if I say something you like, go ahead and smash that thumbs up, okay? Because that's good for us YouTube kind of guys. All right. Now this isn't not necessarily any order of importance. All of these things, well, we could debate till the cows come home of what's more important than the other. But I believe all 10 of these things I wouldn't want to truck without them. And I am a modern day trucker, which I'm just a little over 3 years into this game, but I've been a road warrior, hell, as long as I can remember with my dad out on the road. I do use a GPS, but yes, sir, I can read a map just fine. All right, one thing, number 10 on the list that was not even mentioned last week is a safety vest. Now, I might go 2 weeks at a time and not put my safety vest on, but this is still something I would not want to truck without. Because, well, a lot of places you go in, they make you put one on, or if you ain't got one, you wear some old dirty, ratty old, safety vest that several other guys have worn. But anytime with me being a trainer and everything, and well, students do crazy stuff like go down wrong way entrances and things like that. But anytime I'm gonna get out and be on the like highway of any kind, or I'm broke down, having to put out cones, things like that, I feel a whole lot safer putting something bright and reflective on. So I would not want to truck without a safety vest. They don't cost very much. I'm still using the one I picked up at the US Express store like, I don't know, 2.5, 3 years ago. They should last you a lifetime, but you want to have a safety vest, truck drivers. Number 9 on the list is a flashlight, and I know a lot of people say, "Well, I got a solar flashlight." Well, if it's sitting in my door, I don't know how much sun is hitting it, and maybe solar cells are stronger, but I like battery flashlights, having extra batteries, but having a flashlight. Once again, I might go days at a time without using a flashlight, but when it's dark and I need to see something, and you really look like a damn amateur running around with your Android phone and its flashlight trying to see stuff. I mean, sure, that's good in a pinch or whatever, but you're professional truck drivers now, guys. Have a flashlight and have some batteries. All right. Number 8 on the list, we could talk about this on and on, but there's a few tools that you want to have. Now, yeah, I ain't saying you're going to be doing an overhaul or anything to your truck, guys, but there's a handful of tools you want to have. And one of them is some zip ties. I know that ain't exactly a tool, but have that in your little toolbox or tool bag, whatever you have, because those things come in handy. Like when you have those trailer doors that keep bouncing off and flapping back and forth because the chain links broke, you can fix that with a zip tie. Or you have that landing gear that just won't stay up, hangs down, you can fix that with a zip tie. You can fix a lot of things with zip ties, but also like a big flathead screwdriver when you need to pry something, you know, pry something, not pry something. Um, and there's several other things. I've kind of picked up tools along the way as I need them, and hang on to them. But maybe talk to your trainers or get on our Zello channel. It's Zello. I hope they're not knocking on my truck because I ain't coming. I'm busy. But a handful of tools, and this something you're probably not going to have the day you hit the road for the first time, but you will accumulate over the course of your career. Number 7, load straps. If you want to know why, go back and watch my video, load shift. Uh, Sometimes, like, companies, shippers require you have load straps, and if you don't have them, well, they require them. So your ass got to go get them from a truck stop. I had a guy give me $120 one time for 2 load straps. I didn't set that price. He was desperate and needed them, and he offered that. And well, I have extra load straps. I have never in my life bought a load strap. Most of the time, you can pick these up from your terminal, from the shop. You'll find them in trailers from time to time. Stick them in your cubby hole thing outside under the bunk, and have a minimum of 2 load straps. But anytime you got a chance to snag a load strap, go ahead and do it. There will come a day where you'll need it. Number 6 is a raincoat. Now you don't need to go out and get a signature Bill Dance rain suit with pants and waterproof gloves and waders and all that kind of stuff, but have a rain jacket because you don't want to be the little girl that like don't want to go out in the rain and do your freaking job so you can get on the road, hook up to a trailer. Also at the same time, my ass don't want to get soaking wet when it's pouring down rain. I've got 2 raincoats. Like, I don't know if y'all can see this one. This is like a real tree one. It's a really good raincoat. And then I've got like a okay kind of raincoat. You know, from time to time I have trainees on board, so I have a few extras. But if Big John would have needed a raincoat, I don't think he would have fit into mine. But it is a real good idea to have a raincoat so the rain don't slow you down. If it's just a little drizzle, hell, throw a hat on, a hoodie, and it's no big deal. But these torrential downpours, I don't want to wait them out. I want to do what I got to do, get back in the truck, and get back on the road. Raincoat's a good idea. Number 5, this may kind of go without saying. Like I don't put toothbrush on here. I figure your ass will bring a toothbrush, but a shower bag. Now I see people going in with a Walmart bag with their drawers and their socks hanging out the top of it, but I like to have a shower bag. This is my same workout bag, but in addition to a shower bag, a dirty clothes bag. Unless you're an out and back kind of guy, and plus I still got the dirty clothes bag I had since my US Express days. I have upgraded my shower bag, but something to throw your old dirty drawers and dirty clothes in. So whether you're over the road kind of guy and you got to wash your clothes at terminals or truck stops or whatever, or if you just take it home with you. That's real good. And I always wash my bag when I wash my clothes because I'll bring my clean clothes back out in what I call my dirty clothes bag. But having a good shower bag, where you can keep one of these little bags in it. That's what my Dollar Shave Club razors and, a little hair gel, toothbrush, deodorant, all those kind of things go in that. But then a bag to transport from the truck to, wherever you're taking a shower. It's just a good thing to have. And you probably already got something you can use. All right, number 4. I know some old school truckers like don't believe in this, but Trucker Jim believes wholeheartedly in having a trucker GPS. Now I've got a sweet ass GPS. I didn't start with a sweet one. I started with like a refurbished one I got off eBay. If budget's an issue, that's a good place to find them. Um, I don't even know all the stuff my new GPS will do. There will be a review video coming up on that. But using your phone as like your only GPS, I just don't like to do that. I like to have it like up. Mine that actually sticks on the dash now instead of the windshield. It's got a dash cam in it. There's a lot of cool things, but using that for trip planning, um, like I never use a map anymore, but I always do the compare route so I can see it on the map. And I'm just kind of old run around the southeast kind of guy, so most of the time I pretty much know where I'm going, to at least the direction. But having a trucker GPS is very, very handy. And all the things that Trucker Path does as far as finding your rest stops, your Walmarts, your truck stops, that kind of stuff, you can do that with the GPS. You can pop that in along your route. There'll be a separate video about, a trucker GPS, but you don't want to use your mama's old, little 5-inch Garmin. That ain't a whole lot. Well, it might be a little bit better than using your cell phone, but GPS really drains the battery on your phone, and having your phone plugged in constantly, that's just not good for the battery life on that. Have a trucker GPS. And what I wish I would have had on last week is number 3, a Bluetooth headset. That lets the world know you're a trucker, people. Like all of you guys watching this is like behind the wheel right now. You probably listen to me through a Bluetooth headset or at least your Bluetooth speakers in the truck. But yeah, that is an absolute must have. And I tell you, once you get used to it, I cannot stand holding the phone up to my ear anymore. I hate it. But a Bluetooth headset. Now we're down to number 2 and number 1. And number 2 is kind of a broad thing, and just depending upon your taste, your style, what you into, what you have access to, how much room you got in your truck. But you want to have food and you want to have water. Now, if you drink, Monster Energy drinks, okay, that can count as water. But something to eat and something to drink, especially in the wintertime if you get like stranded somewhere. But I try to have the majority of my meals right here in the truck, and I can prepare them. There's a variety, and you want to be able to keep your food cool too, because just eating chips and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, that's going to get old after a while, guys. But something to keep your food cold and also to heat it up. A lot of people have a microwave. If you're going to get a microwave, I would suggest a 700-watt microwave. If you bring a big one from the house, it's probably going to pull on your inverter too much. You guys have been watching my videos for a while. Know I like using the lunchbox cooker. I hadn't showed it to you guys yet, but I brought my old toaster oven back last week and I heated up a pizza in it the other day. It was pretty good. Whole lot better than cooking a pizza in the microwave. It was toasty and my cheese was kind of, golden brown and all that on top. I know a lot of guys have like some kind of electric skillet and a frying pan, and they're like frying up bacon and eggs and things like that. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you could do it, but it's a game changer. Having been able to have your food and drink on the truck, keep it cold, heat it up. Not only is it going to save you money, like because I don't have to buy food so much, like Friday comes around, I'm like, oh hell, I got a deposit today. Because I don't spend very much money during the week at all. I'll do my shopping, before I come out, and sometimes I do shopping in the middle of the week. But what's even more valuable than that is your time. Like I don't have to shut down at a truck stop. If I can shut down at a shipper like I did the other night, let them unload me, and then I start a shift fresh from leaving there without having to start my clock. That is awesome. I think it's like 615-mile day yesterday. Now I don't know. Today I'm wondering, is my fleet manager mad at me? Because a lot of days when I just knock the ball out of the park, I don't know. I'm unable to like be awesome the next day just because of the way the load planning is. But all you can do with that is truck on through it, keep going, and I don't know. It'll get better. Um, but having food and drink, being able to keep stuff cool, being able to heat stuff up is a huge, huge deal. You know, there's refrigerators, there's these plug-in coolers. You can use ice. There's a lot of different things you could do. Like I say, if this video gets to 10,000 views, I will take this same material, build upon it, take into consideration all the comments we're getting on this video and all the comments that are left on the replay of this video and make an edited one that will be epic. But it's going to take 10,000 views. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to other content. But in my opinion, I don't know if this is absolute number one, but there ain't no way in hell I would want to be a truck driver without a smartphone. Now, you guys that know me, you know I'm an Apple guy. I don't even know how to turn on an Android. But having a smartphone, not to be your GPS, there's so many things that you can use a smartphone for. Number one, a camera that's on it. So when you see something awesome or somebody knocks the shit out of you, while you parked or whatever, and you need to take pictures and send to your safety department, you can do that with a smartphone. You can watch a trucking journey and Trucker Jim live on a smartphone. But even more so than that, when you go into a place the first time, pull up your Google Maps or your satellite view on Apple and kind of check out the trucker entrance kind of things. Looking at things from above can give you a few clues of what you can expect. Like if you don't see no trailers on nowhere and like two or three docks, guess what? Your load's live. But if you see, a whole bunch of trailers out there, hey, there's a good chance you might have a drop and hook. And then there's apps that are so amazingly helpful, like the TransFlow app where you can scan your bills right after you do an empty macro. You're done with it. You're ready to move on. You're getting paid on this one. The Cat Scale app. Not even have to get out of your truck and find out what your scales are instead of waiting in line in there. Um, Heck, the other day I was talking on the phone and I did my little told the Loves pump I wanted some fuel right from the app. Um, Zello. Oh, that's a great thing. Um, I usually spend a couple hours a day talking to my truck driving friends on Zello, and it's done through an app. All those things are possible through a smartphone. One of the things I like a lot about the Apple products is the FaceTime. And especially, when I used to be gone for months at a time, I mean, if I would have been an old school trucker and had to stop at a payphone and, hey, maybe you'll catch them you know, at home, I don't know. I don't know if that would have been for me back then. Maybe it would, but I really like the fact that, like, my son, my young kids, my mom, my girlfriend, people like that, I can FaceTime with them and they can also see me too. That's kind of keeps you in touch with the people that you care about when you're away from home. And the list goes on and on about things you could have. I mean, you can do with the smartphone. And I know a lot of you guys are freaking broke that's, just starting out, but get good at this stuff and your days of being broke are gone. Manage your money, more money, more money, more problems. That can be true, but it ain't got to be like that. Just get good at managing money. And this whole prepaid, I don't know. I like having a freaking fast, unlimited data phone where I can do whatever I want. I use over 100 gigs a month on mine. I'm gonna always have unlimited data. I didn't start out with unlimited data, but I also wasn't uploading high definition videos, going down the road and stuff like that. But that's the top 10 list for now, guys. Now, let me check your comments and then I got to get on the road. But I do have good news. I am in the process of uploading episode 106, a trucking journey episode. I think it's pretty cool. And yes, there is drone footage in it. Okay, let's see. There's Paul and okay, there's some what's up, Gary Nelson? Oh, and a pretty good thing to have. I kind of called it the heavy duty butt plug, but really what it is that, thing like that is a tandem stopper. And the next time that I have to weigh a load and adjust it and it's not raining, I'm going to show you guys how the tandem stopper works. But Gary Nelson had mailed that to me. You can order these off Amazon. I think they're about 30 bucks. Gary used some kind of bolt or whatever. The same thing I got that came from Tractor Supply that's about $10 less than that. Okay, Gary says I got 3 in the truck. Oscar will pass each other one day. Okay, let's see. Hey, Walter says I just started following you. Good videos, a lot better than all those other guys. I appreciate it. I'm actually my favorite YouTube trucker too. But I tell who my favorite just YouTube creators are in the video that I'm uploading. I gave 3. CB radio and fifth wheel puller is a must have for me. I go weeks at a time without using my CB, but I tell you the times that I need it, I'm glad I have it. And I pretty much use my fifth wheel puller every day. But people that don't have a KW, Kentucky, they don't really need a fifth wheel puller. You doing these T680s, though. Make a new top 10 fans list. Wonder who's number 1. I don't know. Okay, also have a fifth wheel puller, really good wire cutters. That goes in the toolbox. You will need some wire cutters. That is a good point to cut those metal seals. I wouldn't worry about having bolt cutters. Hey Jim, broke down in Nebraska. Smartphone is a must. Save my ass. I bet it did, Sunset Chasing. What was the secret to buying electronics in the truck stop? That is a very, very good question. Now, don't be judging this truck driver, okay? This is a lunchbox cooker. I just got it the other day. You guys saw me pick it out on the video. I haven't used it yet. I might use it tonight. I don't know. But inside of this box, come on, open, is the receipt. Now, I've heard Love's is 1 month, Pilot is 2 weeks. But if you buy anything like a lunchbox cooker, a phone mount, a charging cord, any of those kind of things, and we all know that stuff is not made by Apple, so it does not last anywhere close to forever. But it's probably going to last more than 2 weeks. My phone mount that I have, I think I'm on my third or fourth one. I was watching part of Vasily video and he's got this phone mount magnet thing that he likes, but it keeps breaking in the same spot. I think he says he's been on 5 or 6 of them. Now, somebody's going to say that's stealing, Jim. No, it ain't. It's just being smart. Here's what you do, truck drivers. Like, you're probably not going to hang on to receipts like you're writing it off on your taxes or anything. But if you have something that screws up, like Vasily, you bought that mount today. What you do is you start using your new mount. You hang on to your old mount and the package your new mount came into. The receipt from your new mount, sometime within the next couple of weeks, go inside that same type of store. It ain't got to be that same exact store, but if you bought it at a TA, you can do this at any TA. But go in there with your old broke one, your new package, put it in there, the receipt from your new one, and say, hey, this tore up. Here's my receipt. And they'll ask, you want to, get a new one or want your money back? I'll just get a new one. You go pick you a new one out, go back up to the counter. I ain't told no lie. This did break. Here is my receipt. I want another one. And now you have a spare for that thing you just bought. So when it fucks up, which it will, this Road Pro truck stop stuff, it's not made by Apple. It's made in China. It has a limited lifespan. Probably within a year at most, the same thing that tore up on that one is going to tear up on this one. Like my lunchbox cooker, like it don't stop cooking right here. The clip is what breaks on it. I done have like 3 or 4 of them do the same thing. I should have held on to my receipt and did the swaparoo the last time, and I wouldn't have had to use my love points on this. But that's my little tip for stuff you buy at the truck stops. If you hang on to, because you're probably not going to hang on to your receipt and box on the first thing that you buy because you got limited space. But when you go buy the same thing again, hang on a receipt, hang on to the package. Somewhere within the next 2 weeks, you can do it same day if you want to. Go ahead and grab another one. Like this phone mount that's like holding my phone right now. That's how I have it. I've got one of these in my car. I've got one of these up here, and I've got one of these back here holding it for my live videos. I think I've actually paid for two of these things. No, well, I guess I've at least paid for three of them. I don't know, but that's a little tip. It works. But at Pilot, I think it's only, you've got 2 weeks from the time you buy your replacement to swap it to have a spare for next time. All right. Did that TGA the other day, driver? Put a file together, a book, use a staple gun, and staple all the receipts. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to keep up with receipts. I am not the best at that. I gotta get better at it. Tell you, if I end up buying a truck, I'm gonna have to get good at it quick. But okay. Somebody says, "Hey to Moon Pie, forget always. Hey Jim, don't forget to always have a good attitude." You know that's right. Um, if I was gonna give like a top list of like traits to have, attitude, work ethic, and awareness. Those three things you always want to continue to build and build and build and let them get better and better and better. Anybody else got anything to say before I get out of here and finish my shift? Tim Youngblood said, I just sweet talk the lady behind the desk when I go swapping out stuff, laugh out loud down here, easy to do. Yeah, it probably is easier in the South. But heck, you have a receipt that's within like 2 weeks and you're doing the same thing. Or you don't really have to get the same thing. If you want to upgrade to like the next one better, like on Bluetooth, Blue Parrot headsets, the first one I got was a Road Pro. It sucked. Then I got the 250 XT. It was all right, but you couldn't stream audio with it. You could just talk and text on it. So that kind of sucks. So then, I swapped that in. It wasn't even broke. I just wanted another one. I got the XT Plus, which does have it. And then, I don't know, a couple of weeks after that, I got to the 350 and I stayed with the 350 for quite a while until the, new 450 came out. So it doesn't have to be tore up, but you have like it's at least 2 weeks. It depends on the truck stop. Somebody told me Love's was a month. I'm not sure about that. I'm going to tell you 2 weeks, and you can swap things out for dollar for dollar if you want to upgrade. Midnight Rider says, "Be safe out there and keep on trucking." Jason, he's asking me about drone footage. You're probably gonna dig this episode. Hey, did it? Woohoo! My video has finished uploading, but I gotta, set up the description, the tags, and all that kind of stuff. Already got the thumbnail design, but it's gonna be called Newest Petro. But in the thumbnail, it says Newest Petro Truck Stop. But it will be coming soon. But I'm out, guys. I'm going to get this video up so you guys can see it in a minute. For all of you that didn't see this live, that's, I don't know, just seeing it now after the fact, please go throw a thumbs up, leave a comment. And if this live stream here gets at least 10,000 views, I'm going to redo it in an edited fashion. And I can assure you it will be epic. Hey, but thanks a lot for watching, guys. I will see you next time. But until then, be safe out there and keep on trucking.